What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into a topic that affects us all, procrastination. But we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to tackle it head on. I hope you wore your steel-toe boots because this message is going to step on your toes. If you're listening to this and you're saying, I will listen to this later, you might be procrastinating and need to continue listening. This message is probably for you. Let's start off by looking at the parable of the 10 virgins from Matthew 25, 1 through 13. At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps but did not take any oil with them. The wise ones, however, took oil in jars along with their lamps. The bridegroom was a long time in coming, and they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom! Come out to meet him!" Then all the virgins woke up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish one said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil. Our lamps are going out." "No," they replied, "there may not be enough for both of us and you. Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." But while they were on their way to buy the oil, the bridegroom arrived. The virgins who were ready went in with him to the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later, the others also came. "Lord, Lord," they said, "open the door for us." But he replied, "Truly I tell you, I don't know you. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour." Before we dive deep into procrastination, I'm going to give you a quick quiz. Do you feel embarrassed when someone mentions tasks you've left undone? Do you delay tasks so long that you ignore even looking at them? Do you get hit with late fees because you always wait to pay your bill last minute and forgot when it came due? Do you find yourself making excuses for unfinished work? Do you spend more time on non-productive things while letting the important stuff slide? Do you have a hard time deciding what to do first? Do you know more about sports, crypto, Hollywood gossip, or TV shows than you know about God? If any of these ring true, you might be stuck in the procrastination cycle. But don't worry, there's a way out. So what is procrastination and what are the problems with it? Procrastination is simply the action of delaying or postponing something. Procrastination is a sin and an addiction. We get a high from the chaos of last-minute rushes, but then we crash. This cycle leaves us drained and longing for mindless activities to escape. Wait, what? Procrastination is an addiction and a sin? Yes, it is. Let's first look at procrastination as an addiction. It is an addiction to chaos. We are hooked on the thrill of last-minute rushes. Like an addict seeks their next high, we seek the adrenaline rush of completing tasks at the last minute. And just like an addiction, it leaves us drained and longing for more. Sometimes we even hate the cycle it has us in, but we can't seem to get ourselves out of it. Let's dive deeper into the comparison with some common thoughts and excuses that both addicts and procrastinators use. I work best under pressure. This belief is common among procrastinators, but it's a myth. The rush we feel is similar to an addict's high. We're not performing better, we're just accustomed to the chaos. I haven't lost my job or gotten in trouble, so I must be doing well enough. This is a classic rationalization. Just because you haven't faced severe consequences yet doesn't mean your procrastination isn't harmful. Like an addict avoiding rock bottom, we tell ourselves everything is fine as long as the worst hasn't happened. I'm under a lot of stress, so it's okay to do mindless activities to escape reality. This escape is akin to an addict seeking a substance to forget their troubles. We turn to distractions instead of facing our tasks, believing it will alleviate our stress when, in reality, it compounds it. I'm not as bad as so-and-so. Comparing ourselves to others to justify our behavior is another common tactic. Just as an addict might say, "I'm not as bad as the guy on the corner," procrastinators say, "I'm at least not as bad as insert name." This mindset prevents us from recognizing and addressing our issues. It doesn't affect anyone else but me. This is a dangerous misconception. Our procrastination affects our relationships, our work, and our personal growth. Like an addict who believes their habit is their own burden, we fail to see the ripple effect of our procrastination. Okay, but where does Scripture does it say that procrastination is a sin? James 4:17 is clear. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is a sin for them. So why do we procrastinate? Procrastination stems from various sources. It could be fear. You're scared to step out of your comfort zone, or may have the fear of failure. Perfectionism. You feel that if it can't be perfect, why start? Control. You have this pride about you that always says, no one can tell me what to do or when to do it. Indecisiveness. You don't know which way to go or feel like you don't have the knowledge to do it, so you do nothing. Tiredness. You're overwhelmed and exhausted. You have put off important tasks so long that you spend every day in chaos. You don't have a good sleep schedule or other healthy habits. So how do I overcome this? I have some ideas to help you overcome procrastination. Let's break down the acronym I.D.E.A.S I created to help you succeed. I, internal dialogue change. You need to understand the why behind the what. Romans 12:2 says, do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Focus on why you are choosing not to delay something. For example, remind yourself, I'm going to get this done now so I can be more present, have more energy, and have more time later with my friends and family. D, do not give up. Galatians 6:9 encourages us. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. E, embrace the pain of discipline. Hebrews 12:11 states, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. In order for us to harvest righteousness and peace in our lives, we must first embrace the pain of discipline. A, always be ready. Luke 12:35 instructs us to be dressed, ready for service, and keep your lamps burning. You can't always be ready if you have a plate that is always full of procrastinated tasks. S, seize the opportunity. Ephesians 5:15-16 advises, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Imagine with me a life where you're always prepared, where you seize the opportunity and live without the stress of last-minute chaos. This is possible. Let's transform our mindset and renew our spirit. Let's move from procrastination to action, from delay to diligence. Together, we can procrastinate the procrastination. Let's be like the wise virgins, always ready and prepared for what's to come. I look forward to see where God takes you as you take these steps to a more productive and fulfilling life. Now go out there and conquer your tasks with joy and determination. Love you all and see you at our next Bible study.